Hai Ecotourism Bali, hari ini saya bersama dengan Kevin, founder dari eCollabo8. Apa sih arti dari eCollabo8 dan juga apa yang dilakukan oleh Kevin untuk Bali? Kita akan ngobrol dan tanya-tanya tentang warehouse-nya yang sekarang saya lagi berada dan produk-produk yang diproduksi di dalam warehouse ini. Hai Kevin, apa kabar?
Baik.
Baik. Kita ngomong bahasa Indonesia, bahasa Inggris, mix?
Bisa bahasa Indonesia, mungkin saya ganti balik ke bahasa Inggris nanti ya.
Oke, siap. So, terima kasih untuk join untuk edisi kali ini.
Terima kasih banyak. It's an honor to be part of ecotourism.
Sama-sama ya. Jadi boleh cerita sedikit tentang apa sih eCollabo8 dan awalnya sampai bisa mendirikan warehouse ini?
eCollabo8 perusahaan fokus inovasi daur ulang plastik, tapi juga daur ulang karet, daur ulang besi.
Okay.
We focus on innovation. This is the main objective of the company, is to constantly innovate, to find new ways to do exactly the same things, but in a more respectful way, in a more social respectful way, in a more environmental respectful way, and finding ways to replace existing products, not to invent new products or to target a certain niche of people, but to just replace existing products, like these chairs that are meant to replace wood, or our sheets that are meant to replace ceramic and marble, or our molded production that are meant to replace new plastic.
Okay. Is it jadi bahan bakunya ini dari apa yang sudah ada? So the recycling process is the environmental touch to it, right?
Yeah.
They call it what, urban mining nowadays? So you mine with something that exists, so it doesn't go to the landfill or to the.
Yeah. So that's our main objective. Also, one of the big objectives that we have is to collect as much as post-consumer waste before they enter the landfill, before they enter the river stream, before they enter the ocean or anywhere in the environment. For two reasons. Because to be very efficient, in recycling, we need to have plastic that is clean. And we need to have plastic that has not lost too much of its quality.
Okay.
About 25% only of all the plastic that we recycle comes from post-consumer waste. We have waste management contract with companies like The Body Shop, like Melia Hotel, like Havaianas, and many more companies. But it only accounts for 25% of the plastic that we recycle.
Okay.
The rest of this comes from the landfill.
Okay.
I would like to raise the number of post-consumer waste to at least 50-50.
Okay.
Because the plastic that we get from the landfill is very damaged. And we have ways to refurbish it. So we add 1% of UV stabilizer compound in all our materials to refurbish the plastic and give it more strength. But it would make so much more sense if we were able to just grab all this trash before it enters the environment.
It's possible, right, to increase that 25 to...
It is possible to increase it. We are working hard on this.
What's the challenge so far to increase that number?
The challenge is to convince big companies, I would say, because when we are small, we are pretty much nobody, you know, in Indonesia or in the world. So
please talk to their.
So in order for us to be able to catch massive quantities of plastic, it's important to work with existing companies, like The Body Shop. We have a very nice campaign that has been going on for 3 years now. It's called Bring Back Our Bottles, that The Body Shop set up. And at the very beginning, we would collect maybe 100 kilos a month. So Sampa directly coming from the customers. If you don't know, if you are a Body Shop customer, you can bring back your empty container in the store, then you get a store credit, so you will get a discount, and then we get raw material that is clean and that we don't need to refurbish before recycling, so everybody wins. And at the very beginning, I think the first batch was probably 100 kilos or maybe not even, and now it's about half a ton every time.
So is it Indonesian-wide or
it's
Bali
Indonesia?
No, yeah.
It's all Indonesia, and to me it makes much more sense to work with companies like this rather than us sendiri trying to tell people, give us your sampah.
Yeah. That is the opportunity here, because most industry here are tourism, and then if we can just somehow connect.
Exactly. We were in touch with we are in touch with Melia Bali in Nusa Dua to set something up like this. So we have been manufacturing furnitures for them.
Okay.
So we are starting a collaboration together, and now we will be setting up the same as the Body Shop, but tempat sampah there with the different plastic types that we can take, and then all their post-consumer waste coming from their restaurants, coming from their hygiene products, will be given to us directly without going to the main tempat sampah, you know, to the main Which,
so logistically, do you also organize that, or it's between Melia and then deliver it here to you? Or?
So basically, we do a little training with the staff of the organization, because we cannot recycle all types of plastic.
Okay.
We will get to that later, I think.
Yeah,
because there's many types of plastic, and we can only recycle 4 out of 7 types here.
Okay.
So basically, we do a very quick training with the company,
the team,
the staff of the company, to teach them which plastic we can take on, and then we provide 2 or 3 different tempat sampah trash cans, and depending, it's either we go pick up the tempat sampah when it's full, or they send it to us. It's either way work. We go pick it up when it's for Bali only, but if it's out of Bali, it needs to be sent to one location. Body Shop, for example, they have this campaign in 170 stores in Indonesia, and all the plastic comes to one location in Bali, to Eco Bali. With Havaianas, it's the same thing. They collect sandal bekas from all their stores around Indonesia, and then they send it to their location in Sunset Road, and we take it from there.
Okay.
So that is why I want to work with companies that are very, very well established with multiple locations.
Of course.
Just so that the logistic can be easier, and everybody can have an impact. Even someone that is in Maluku, whatever, they can bring back their container there, and we recycle here.
But talking about 25%, how many kilograms is it, like the capacity that you're able to collect and produce, upcycle from?
So at the moment, we have a maximum capacity of 900 kilos per day.
Per day?
Recycled.
Okay.
Yes. And
that's a lot, I mean,
that's we are about to raise that a lot, actually. More, we have a few new technologies coming, because like I said, innovation is really at the center of everything. We started with the very small molded products,
and we're going to talk about that too.
But you see, so that's the products with what we started: pocket mirrors, hair combs, and stuff like this. Which is great for awareness, which is great for companies to build relationship with their customers. I think it's because of products like this that we were making with the Body Shop that more and more people are now bringing back their containers, because they actually see what happens with it. But we can produce 100,000 of this. The impact on plastic recycled is not going to be very, very high, you know? That's why we developed into making the sheets. The sheets are great.
I love it looks like marble.
It looks like marble, and that's the objective. We started by making sheets like this, all colorful. They're nice too, but they're more focused on a niche of people that want to consume recycled product.
Not for everybody.
It's meant for someone that really wants something recycled. This is an alternative to someone that would buy marble and that would buy ceramic. You know, it's a real alternative.
Is it customized? Like you can choose color or?
Yeah. So basically, we have the marble pattern is kind of our signature pattern.
Lovely.
And then you can choose any combination between. We we have about 16 main colors. Then we can custom more colors.
Only 16, or we can custom with
yeah, so we have 16 main colors like this. So this is cherry blossom red, this is Pacific blue, white, whatever. We have 16 like that. And depending on the quantity that's ordered, we can customize a new color.
Mix,
and then you can do your own combination and say, I want to have a marble black and white. I want to have a marble. We are making that chair there. I don't know,
so how many end product that you produce in this lab? Like
how many?
Yeah. Or maybe types, like there are 3 types, right?
Maybe types, yeah. So we have the molded products.
Yeah, well, which one is the molded product?
This is molded product. The coasters are molded products. The pocket mirrors, the clothes hangers.
So molded means that...
that we make a mold, the cetakan, from aluminium.
Okay.
So
you can do basically anything.
Anything
with
at
mold,
all.
Any kind of mold that the customer
anything at all. We are making shirt buttons.
Okay. Oh, lovely.
Really, whatever you see around you, we could be making this little thing for the shoes.
Okay. The possibility is infinity.
Yeah. The only issue is that molds are expensive.
Ah, yes, of course.
The raw material and the machining of a mold is expensive, but it's okay for us, and that's one of the reasons why we want to work with companies, with existing companies, why we work B2B. Because we want our impact to be big, and these companies, they're going to be able to order 10,000 of these because they have 100 stores or 50 stores, and 10,000 is the absolute minimum of production that they would order.
Yeah, you can cover the minimum quantity for,
so that's
making one mold maybe.
That would be the negative point of the molded product, the price it costs at the beginning, but the quality that comes out is better than any new plastic products. Whenever we manufacture anything, you see if you buy a plastic hair comb, after a month or so, you're going to lose one of the teeth, you know, usually if you buy a new plastic
this is more durable, you're saying?
This is more durable because we make sure to produce them at a very, very high density and make sure that the size is meant to last. You know, we don't want to produce anything that would
go to the trash and then
that would break break
the life cycle it has to be longer. The repurposing.
But also because we use only 100% plastic in everything that we do.
Okay. Is there any without plastic, like you mix with non-plastic?
Rubber. But rubber is also only by itself. We recycle flip-flops with Havaianas. And we're making mats for playground. Little coasters for them. I think there was one here. But when it comes to plastic, we only use in every of our products 100% plastic. So whatever reject we have from the production, or if there is a breakage in any way, it goes back to the shredder and it goes back in the production. We have absolutely zero waste of production, no matter what we produce. When we manufacture furnitures like this, we make the size so that there is absolutely no waste when we cut and manufacture.
So that's why it's just linear, and then there's no
and if, you know, when we cut, there's a little piece that is left,
you put it in the mold.
It goes back to the shredder, goes back to the production line. So like I was saying, these...
So the three types, there's
mold, there is sheet press, like this one, where we can play with the patterns and the colors. These are great, but the quality is not necessarily the best. The thickness can vary a little bit. There can be that there is a few hair gaps on the inside, and they're not suitable at all for outdoor. So what do you recommend this for?
With
that, we do countertops a lot. We are working with Stilt Studio. I don't know if you've heard of them. It's a pretty nice architecture firm here, and they're making all the inside of their bathrooms and their houses now with the panels.
To replace
wood.
Wood.
To replace wood. Yeah. They make tree houses, so houses that are elevated a little bit, and they're modular houses made out of wood. So they replace part of it with the planks.
And I assume that one more durable because termites.
Exactly. It's a very, very great alternative to wood, but for outside, for inside.
Not recommended for outside.
And that's why we started to produce the papan, these planks here.
And these planks you can
because these ones they're meant to be outside. They are so strong. Sometimes they break the saw when we try to cut it because they're very, very dense, very strong. Inside of this we add UV stabilizers so that absolutely no damage or color fading can happen with long exposure to the sun. So basically our target with this is hotels, villas. We work B2B, we want to work B2B because retail, in my opinion, it's not sustainable. That's only my opinion.
Why?
Because you need to manage stocks. You need I look at myself. If I want to buy something on Tokopedia, maybe I chat with the vendor for a day before, even if it's something for 50,000 rupiah. You know, so there is a lot of added negative points to retail. We would start doing retail if we have another company, if we have another vendor that is willing to take care of the whole retail segment.
But are you open for that option?
Yes, why not? Yeah, why not? But working B2B is just great. You see, when like just yesterday we had an order for 50 sunbeds.
Okay.
So
is this the sunbed?
No, sunbed is the lounge chair.
But the product is from this, right?
Yeah.
The product from this.
Every outdoor product that is recycled should come from these planks.
Okay.
And working B2B, working with businesses, will just make our sales job easier because it's one-time selling for a large quantity. Whereas with retail, we would have to talk to 50 different people that ask questions, and that's normal. If you buy something for a certain price, you kind of want to have information on it. And also the impact on 50 chairs, our impact on plastic recycle is very, very high. And yeah, we are able to have a way higher impact working B2B.
Yeah. So far with the B2B, how do you convince them to upcycling and then put back as a product? Because let's say we're talking about plastic, there is in the market plastic, there is probably way less cheaper. How you would convince our tourism community?
So, like I said, the objective of this company is innovation. But it's also being able to propose very, very low prices. Like I said, I want for everything that we produce to be replacing something that's existing in the market. Our chairs, they're for sale for the same price as kayu ulin or teak wood.
With the same quality of durability and all?
With higher quality and higher durability.
Okay. With ulin as well?
With ulin as well. Okay. If we take the example of Melia, because we were just working with them on some furnitures, 4 times per year, they have to absolutely fully polish and varnish every single piece of furniture that they have outdoor. So for one sunbed, it comes to about 150 or 170,000.
That's the economy part of it.
Every 3 months, you know. So every 3 months in a year, you are saving 700 something.
True, like
per
time
chair.
Stuff,
plus the time, plus all of that, you know. So how I convince people? They just need to see and use the product a few times, and then it makes sense. And that is why I want to work in B2B, because they have the knowledge, they know how much they spend on maintenance. You know, when they were a bit skeptical at the beginning when I told them there is absolutely no maintenance, the color won't fade. So we did a trial for free. We gave them a sofa for 3 months. They left the sofa outside and they put it on the beach. They put it inside over there, and nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened.
Okay.
And I believe that plastic is an amazing product is an amazing material in the first place.
Yeah.
Because if it's used the right way,
yeah.
if it's made into furnitures, if it's made into this coaster here, this coaster will be here for hundreds of years.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just that people are wrongly using plastic now. It's single-use packaging.
Yes,
And it's meant to be used by the poorest people, by the lowest income people. And that's what we are trying to attend also, at least with our employee. And also when we do the workshop with schools, we try to do budgeting. For example, our employees here, they all have monthly salaries, they all have good working contracts. We pay them, I think, 15% more than the minimum wage, depending on their job. But still, they were buying the single-use sachet for shampoo, for detergent, for all of that. And every day they were buying one, because every day they were spending 500 coin, 500 rupiah for one, without realizing that at the end of the month, it would be so much cheaper to buy one big bottle.
Yes.
The difference is this single-use plastic cannot be recycled because it's a multi-layer of plastic containing aluminium and so many more.
Others,
It's type 7 plastic. Type 7 plastic
That's
is
also the thing that not many plastic that can be recycled, right? What's available out there.
There is only one plastic really that can never be recycled. It's the type 7. It's a plastic that has no name. No, kresek bisa. Kresek LDPE.
Okay.
We recycle, actually, this is 50% kresek actually.
Okay.
These two chairs are made with 50% kresek.
Okay.
The type 7 is the sachet. The small sachet that are multi-layered and that the plastic type don't even have a name. All the plastic types, they have a name. LDPE, HDPE, polypropylene, PET. And type 7 is just called type 7 because it's a mix of many different chemicals and it makes it impossible to recycle. So what we try to do with our employees at least and with the kids when we do workshops is raising awareness on that too, on their rights as an employee, because we are in Indonesia, that's a country in development. So many people are still working without proper working contracts with daily wages or weekly wages. And that's what we are also trying to attend, making sure that at least our employees are not using the sachet and understand why. You know, it's not trying, in my opinion, to convince people to recycle or to change their habit just because it's good for the environment isn't working.
How long does it take for you since you open this and behavioral change like this? Because this is internal, right? I mean, you're also doing your
It took a while. It took a while. It's been 4 years. All the employees here, we have new ones, but nobody ever quit or stopped working here. So the longest one have been here for 4 years. And sometimes they come back from the toko with the kresek still. And say, oh, lupa, maaf. But the kresek is okay because we just put it in the machine.
Exactly,
you know?
You have the tools, and then it's there's also peer pressure because you're in a system where daily you got reminded of why do and don'ts and then the impact to it.
And to me, it's really with the economy, with money. It's either showing people that you can make money by recycling or showing people that you can save money by changing your habits. So one day what we did, we bought, I think it was 20 sachets of shampoo. And one shampoo of, it was Head and Shoulders. The Head and Shoulders was empty and we poured all the sachet inside of the container, the container that can be recycled when it's empty. All the sachet, and it came to almost 3 times the price. From this one, randomly the price, it was 20,000 or something for the container, and it took almost 50,000, 60,000 of sachet to fill it up. You know, so that was a way for them to understand. And since that day, a lot of them, especially all the Ibus, because they have kids and they have a mouth to feed, you know. They will never buy a sachet again. I know that. Now when I see them bringing a bag of 1 kilo of coffee to the kitchen here. It makes me so happy because I've been fighting for them to stop buying this sachet. And it was hard to make them understand that it's, don't think about the environment and that it's bad to throw it in the river. Don't think about this. Just think about what you can do with all that money that you save. You know?
Yeah. From my experience, how this behavior changed, especially talking about environment, that is secondary. But if you can, the touch point is economy. It's easier for them to grab the information and then, oh, that's beneficial for them.
And it's the same. And it's the same with brands also. It's the same with working B2B or with selling this to hotels, making them understand that they will be saving so much money on maintenance over the years. Or, for example, we just started inquiries for the hangers.
Yeah,
it's this one actually. Can I stand up? Is it okay?
Yeah, of course.
Just grab this. I cannot show the brand because it's not thing, but we just had an inquiry for this hanger.
Yeah.
So this one, the brand, they want exactly this one to be made out of recycled plastic.
You mean?
Exactly that one, because it's a big brand, so they have international standards and they cannot change the shape of things. You know, once it's decided, it's decided. And the way I work with brands, I ask them, can you give me your buying price? How much you buy this one with new plastic from China? And in the case of this one, we are able to sell the recycled one for exactly the same price as the one they buy from new plastic from China.
But more impactful and then tap on
more impactful, with a story, with so much added value for their company.
True.
Because the objective will be to set up something. So this brand, they break 5,000 hangers per store per year.
Okay.
So if it's just an inquiry for now, but we will be making this hanger from their broken hangers.
Okay.
So then they have a story to tell to their customers, and it builds closeness.
Circular economy.
Circular economy. They build closeness with the customers also.
Less waste, definitely.
Less waste, and more important for them, because for them they want to build, you know, a relationship with the customer.
Of course, yeah.
But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is they don't want to be spending more money.
Of course, yeah.
So for a product like this one, we are able to give them it for exactly for $1.85. That's what they pay right now for this one, and that's what they will be buying it from us.
And I assume it's more durable with the recycled one because the density and then right?
It should be. It should be the density of the density of everything we make with molds is higher than new plastic. This is a good hanger. I believe ours wouldn't be bending like this, but yeah, so trying to educate and also giving options to people to buy something for the same price, like a real alternative. I don't want to be in a niche where I tell people we make recycled product, it's expensive because it's recycled. There's too many people that are surfing.
That should be, with this conversation should be able to narrate that that is not the case. That you need to have bigger in-depth conversation that look at the value, look at the data, that the price is the same, but there are so many other values that you get.
But sustainability is a big trend now, so it's a big opportunity for companies like ECO8 to thrive. But then there's also a lot of new players in the market that are justifying having high prices for product just for the fact that it's recycled. No real thought behind or no real study, you know, like, oh, I'm going to sell you this table for $1,000 because it's recycled. Everybody wants recycled now. But no, my objective is the absolute opposite to that.
I think that one, it could follow the trend, but it will not sustain business-wise. But talking about eCollabo8, the name of it, tell me more. How do you come up with the eCollabo8? And what else besides making recycled products?
So eCollabo8 stands for ecology, laboratory, collaboration. And the 8 is for infinite and circular economy, a loop that never stops. You know. So all these three things became eCollabo8.
So internally, I think they have good access for information and education, awareness about the importance of circular economy and all. How do you spread this great information across?
So on average, twice a month, we have workshops with kids, mostly kids.
From the area or?
From worldwide, actually.
Okay.
The little ones, I like to do workshop with the little ones. I like hanging out with little kids, you know, like 4 or 5 years old, because they're just happy with everything.
Exactly.
And they're so excited.
Yes,
you know, everything they see, oh my God. You know, and when I tell them jump on the bike, put a bottle on there and start pedaling, and then they see the shredded plastic coming out like this, and then we put it in the other machine, and it comes out melted, and it makes a product. And with the I love doing it with the little kids, but on average,
you have twice a month program.
Yeah, on average twice a month. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. With schools exclusively, it used to be open to anyone, but some people were just trying to do some espionage thing a little bit.
So 21 university age, right?
Yeah. So it goes from the last one was with homeschool kids from Bali.
Okay.
The one before that was students from a university in Japan coming here, and they actually have that university in Japan. We made a little contract with them, and they're going to be coming once every 3 months with a different group of students.
Awesome.
Next month we have students from a university in Kansas in America coming here. And sometimes we go either to schools, but a bit complicated, or to different events.
But what do you provide for them? Or what do you
so
do?
Basically it's showing the possibilities, really, and like I said, I want to be as far away as possible as blaming companies for polluting, or blaming people for throwing this, or telling the kids, you shouldn't throw that on the floor. That's really not my approach, and I want to be as far as possible as that. I just want them to feel interested and to see how that piece of trash can be turned into value. You know, you shred plastic, you melt plastic, you make a comb, you sell a comb, and to me, this is way memorable for them, rather than telling them, it's bad to throw this plastic in the river. That's not what I want to do. I prefer showing the value of trash.
The value, making from negative to something positive.
To me, it works better, because we live in a society that gravitates around money, around economy. So showing people that they can either save money or they can make money with changing their habits or recycling, that would be. But
recycling requires machinery, right? I mean, especially
it does. Well, I started here with a 30 centimeter oven.
Tell us
you know.
More, how did you start? What the process? You making the decision in Bali doing this? And what did you do before? We really want to know, Kevin.
I've been in Bali for 9 years. Been in Bali for 9 years. I had a master's degree in America, in the US.
What did
I
you
had
study?
Entrepreneurship and franchising. Entrepreneurship and franchising, and then I had a business in California for a while, and I decided to move to Bali. So at the beginning I had a little bit of money, so I was building some villas and then renting them out on Airbnb, pretty much like everybody does that moves to Bali. And actually my family has been in recycling plastic in Europe. Not plastic, recycling in general.
So you have
Europe,
some sort of background of this?
Since my grandfather, since my grandfather started that in 1917.
Okay.
And this is way back. And so I was in Bali, not necessarily working. I'm a worker. I love working. I'm kind of borderline workaholic a little bit, you know. So I really wanted to try to find a business. In California, I had restaurants there, so I was wondering if I should do restaurants here in Bali, but I don't think. I think it's very competitive and very hard to open restaurants in Bali. And back then, so this was 4 years ago, really I was seeing sustainability as the future of pretty much everything. And I decided to try. The first thing was I saw a video of people in where was it? In Uganda. In
Africa?
Uganda, in Africa. And they were mixing sand and plastic and making pavement.
Okay.
So I tried a few times to do this.
With sand and plastic?
Sand and plastic.
Okay.
But sand mining in Indonesia is one of the biggest issues. In the past 15 years, 20 islands completely disappeared because of sand mining, gone. So it's like, okay, let me try with 100% plastic. And I had a small oven and I just tried by myself.
Alone, okay.
Yeah, just tried by myself with no company, no nothing. For like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 months, just trying to do things and make little plates like this, just to see how it was and the potential of things.
It's possible without industrial machinery.
Now we have big machinery because we work with companies, and our objective is to raise our impact. Our maximum production capacity is 900 kilos now per day, and from May it will go to 2 tons per day.
Almost double, more than double.
More than double from May when we receive the new machines. But the first trials, it required me zero investment. When I saw that there was potential, I invested a little bit. But I started and I bought the first machine 1 month before COVID.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't have a proper business plan. So the COVID was actually a great thing because it gave me 6 months to make a proper business plan and know my target. In my head, it was trying to target tourism, so bars, restaurants, beach clubs, and stuff like this. All of these were closed. So
how do you get your material, raw material then?
Raw material at the beginning, it was just us collecting.
So personal.
I was just collecting with a few friends. And then I quickly understood that for things to work, in my opinion, it's good if everyone focus on their job. Someone should collect the plastic. Someone should clean and shred it. Someone should start recycling it, and then someone should sell it. That's why I don't want to do retail. It's not my job. I want to manufacture stuff, and if someone wants to step in that already has a store, that already has something, and want to start selling our products, then why not? But we won't be doing it ourselves. But and then a little bit of luck, and I don't know, a little bit of what else. Our first client was the body shop.
2019.
2019, beginning 2019, and then there was COVID. So for about 6 months, I spent time doing a proper business plan, proper market study, proper all of it to kind of know where I was going.
Where you hit down.
And after that, after about 6 months, I think first client was the body shop. So kind of lucky in a way, I guess.
That's the core value are the same, and then you do.
But as a first client with no background, no nothing to show for, you know, they gave us a chance to manufacture a few products, and we made a first collection, and then we started to manufacture 10,000 products per month. Now we are making these murals for all their stores. We're making the furnitures, the couch that's there is for the next body shop store also. So it started really small with these things here, a few samples. Then there was a little bit of a challenge to make 10,000 of this thing a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the challenge to make 10,000 of that?
Because we were just getting started, and I never had any clients before. I never tried to do this before. I only knew the techniques, like technically, if we make a mold like that and inject plastic in it, it should work, you know. But we already took their money deposit to buy the machine.
Exactly.
So, was lucky that it worked out in the end, and lucky that Ibu Suzy trusted us from the beginning, and now it's so nice to see our collaboration expanding slowly, and now making furnitures also for their stores, product display, and all this stuff.
Yeah, awesomeness. Yeah.
And also that first collaboration with the Body Shop is what inspired many companies to do the same. And that's why, and that's going to be the way for us to raise that 25% of post-consumer waste.
True.
We set up that exact same campaign, Bring Back Our Bottle. We set up the same with Havaianas, where people can bring back their old sandal.
Yeah, but that is Havaianas Indonesia?
Yeah, Havaianas Indonesia, and now we are in talk with a few other companies to do the same. Sports brand, a big sport brand, and a few other companies to do the same. All of that inspired by our work with the Body Shop in the first place, and that's why I want to focus on B2B only. They already have customers. They already, you know, they already have loyal customers. We don't have to do any marketing to sell products.
And you focus on the production of this.
We focus on the production.
Upcycling.
And we do also the design.
Yeah.
We offer the design. So, because basically these brands, they come to us asking, what could we do, you know? What could we do? So then we try to find ways to give them ideas and ways to collaborate.
How many person in your team? How many?
20 between office and between office. So we have like 4 people that are not in the office. They just work remotely or part-time. We are 5 in the office.
21, 2, 3. So in 4 years, from alone and then.
Yeah, now we are 25, and I think this year we will be opening our first franchise in Java.
Really?
Probably, yeah.
Awesome.
So I wanted to duplicate this model of factory, but same as for B2B, in my opinion, for things to, that's what I studied in college also, but for things to grow, franchising is a good solution.
Of course.
Because you have people that are motivated,
Yes.
they are their own boss, you know, they, and if it worked here and if they follow the guideline that they have, there is no reason why it shouldn't work somewhere else.
Yeah, you can grow from the other team.
Yeah, because we have a very, very interesting new technology to add to the 3 that we have that's coming in May. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it's going to be a pretty big revolution.
Okay.
We're going to be able to recycle 70 tons with that machine alone per month.
Per month.
Only with that one, 70 ton per month, and
so I just assume that 70 you already received the quota of the raw material because you're expanding. You have that quota. The raw material, right?
It's a different type of plastic.
Okay.
It can be dirty plastic. That's the.
You don't need to wash it or clean it.
That's the biggest difference.
Okay.
For now, to make products, molded products, to make furnitures, to make planks, in order for things to look good and to have a high quality, the plastic needs to be very, very clean.
Okay.
And we add the UV compound on it to refurbish the plastic and to give it more strength.
Yeah.
Just so that damaged plastic can still end up being very, very high quality product.
You mentioned damage is what?
You know, like if you take a kresek from a landfill, it's already broken and it's not, if it has been in the landfill for 5 years, for example, it's not as quality.
The first,
as if we take a container from the Body Shop that was just in the customer's hand. So in order for this plastic that's already been out, you know, sun, rain,
there's so many
just soaking in the landfill.
Specimen
So in order for this plastic, in order for us to be able to manufacture strong product, we add UV master batch, which gives strength to the plastic. Okay. And that new technology that we have, we can basically take plastic without having to shred it to small pieces.
Okay. You just put it in.
Yeah, it can be up to 7 centimeters.
Okay.
And we just throw it in the machine, and it makes a product that's 7 times stronger than concrete.
For manufacturing, it's more productive, more efficient.
For new, it's going to be a new range of products that we'll be offering.
Okay.
It's going to be pretty nice.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
In May.
So us in ecotourism, we want to collect. We want to be. Our mission is to be the hub between the supply and demand. And if if we manage to achieve that, there will be many companies, hotels, accommodation, and restaurant. How would you see this collaboration happen in the future? What still is the homework that still not yet addressed, and maybe we can address it here, and how you see that possibility?
I think we've been doing this for 4 years, so 4 years is still not a very long time, but I've been working for at least 10 hours a day for 4 years, learning things. So maybe I'm not 100% of an expert, but I can, I guess, give some type of consultancy to hotels. And then, like I said, our objective is to get post-consumer waste more. So just making tempat sampah, us making tempat sampah, giving it to the hotel, training the hotel staff on how to sort out the plastic and give it a first clean, you know, because if you take a yogurt pot, for example, if it doesn't take much to the hotel staff to just rinse it before throwing it away. Whereas if they throw it away without rinsing it, by the time it gets here, the smell, the animals, the pests, and all of that, you know. So it's just little stuff, but it's really easy, and that's what we are trying to do more and more. So we'll be happy to help any way we can.
Any partner that that you would recommend to because you don't? Yes.
ECOBali, 100% ECOBali. They're the pioneer in Bali and now in Indonesia with Waste for Change also. That's probably the only one I trust 100%. Because that's the issue with recycling. I don't know if you read that story. When was it? Last week or 2 weeks ago, of a brand that was telling. What was it? They were giving their old shoes as donations.
From Singapore, and then they track down and then they sell it.
It was for sale in the flea market.
Yes.
You know. So
there's so many other things.
That's
like
what
that
I mean,
too,
and the collaboration we have with ECOBali and Body Shop, it's a 3-way collaboration. That's work, and that's why I want to keep doing small products, and I want to keep doing I want to keep working the way we do. Very, very human-sized factory, very close to our customers, because that's what people like. If you're a client from the Body Shop, if last week you brought back a container that was green and today I give you that, it might be from yours, you know. It's easy for you to see, and I think it's a must now for companies to act.
Do you also accept partner, like to bring the, let's say we're talking Desa Wisata, they have a collective areas of guest house or mostly guest house, and if they can collect, let's say not using ECOBali, can they come here and
they can, but same thing, we would have to talk and to explain, because we cannot recycle everything, and that's the issue. Whenever because we also don't want to get plastic for free. Like I said, economy is at the center of everything.
True.
So sometimes people come here and they drop a bag of garbage, you know. But if it's collaboration with a DESA or things like this, then the objective is to not hire, but is to generate a little bit of economy there. So having maybe 3 people sorting out the plastic and giving it a first rinse or first clean, removing the paper tag, for example, of a shampoo container. And then
that's also necessary.
Then we'd be buying the plastic from them for a good price, and
plastic credit for them.
And then they'd be able to generate a bit of an economy in the DESA. We'd be getting plastic, and everybody's happy.
It's so possible to, like, from the waste, like,
because
we have our first ECOWARRIOR. It's a guy that managed 50 families in Ubud, Desa Sumampan, but so far they only manage the organic waste and then do the biopori on their houses and then make an economy value to it. But yeah, for the non-organic, they just sell it. But if they manage to, let's say, to put this one in the Banjar, or it could be one of the another story for them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we cover all of eCollabo8.
Yes.
I need to be.
ECO8. Yeah. You can say ECO8.
ECO8. Yeah,
it's short.
But
we have both.
Yeah. Always in this podcast, we want to know more as well from your perspective, as you are resident right here. Like you have a business here. If you would recommend touristic places or things to do, why you love it, first thing that come to mind. Okay, so places to go.
Places to go. Sidemen.
Sidemen. Why?
Because it's the most peaceful place in the world. I need to go to Sidemen once every 2 months.
Once every 2 months.
It's
to replenish.
To turn off my phone and do nothing for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Or
what's in Sidemen? Next to the river, or?
Sidemen on, how to explain?
Or you don't want to share where?
It's the place is called Mamahati, Subak Tabola.
Subak, okay.
Subak Tabola is my favorite place in Bali.
Okay. Okay. What do you do there?
Nothing.
Okay.
I just meditate.
That's awesome. Yeah.
No, it's a way for me to, because I live around here,
agree,
and it's so much, and there's so many people, and it's hot.
Yeah.
And I'm just working all the time.
Yes.
Like I leave from my house, I come here, office, and I work for 10, 12 hours, and then I sleep and I work, and
Yeah.
So Sidemen really is for me.
Off,
it's also because of the place Subak Tabola and Mama Ati there. Yeah. She's the priestess.
Yeah. So it's a name?
Mama Ati is the owner of the place.
Okay.
She's the priest. She's a priest there, and she does every morning ceremonies, proper good ceremonies, and it's just it's the best place to recharge batteries. It's so spiritual, because I feel I've been here for a while, for almost 10 years. Yeah. And lately, post-COVID, I feel like Bali has lost so much of its everything with the new type of people that are coming here. It has lost so much of its spirituality, or I don't even know how to call it, but as Bali has lost some of Bali. Yeah. And Sidemen is a place
where it reminded you why you want to be in Bali.
Other than that, coming to Bali, you have to eat babi guling. The best place is.
That's my next question.
Ibu
what
Oka.
to eat? The first thing.
Is that it? In Ubud, Ibu
Oka. Yes.
Ibu Oka in Ubud.
So where to go? Sidemen. What to do?
Ibu Oka in Ubud.
Eat at Ibu Oka.
I did.
Not eat Ibu Oka. Eat babi guling.
Eat babi guling.
Eat babi guling. Yeah.
I made a mistake once. I went to Ibu Oka at 5 a.m. because they're cooking the babi in the morning, So I wanted to see how it was done, and I saw the whole thing from cutting the babi and taking the blood and making the sauces and all of this. And after seeing all of that and how the babi yell, I wasn't able to eat babi guling for a year.
Oh, okay. So for a year, but now you eat.
Yeah, now I eat babi guling.
Okay.
But other than that, Munduk is a very nice place too. Around like Kintamani, Munduk, Batur, all of this is
really,
like
really nice. It's quite cold over there too.
Yeah.
And talking about just Ahmed. Okay. It's gonna be a lot of. You can follow Kevin for recommendation.
I go to Ahmed to dive. I love diving, so I go to Ahmed to dive.
I like water too. Yeah.
And then I stop to see the man, and I spend the night in Sidemen.
For ecotourism Bali, we are building communities through sustainable tourism. What is sustainable tourism for you, especially for Bali?
Sustainable tourism, especially for Bali, is respecting the tradition, I think, respecting the culture, because like I said, I feel like Bali has lost so much of that post-COVID with the new type of people that that are coming here now, it feels like people are going to Ibiza in the summer and then to Bali after Ibiza, and it wasn't like this before. You know, before it was like this, but only in Kuta, and and now it's like this a bit everywhere, and I think trying to keep the tradition. And then assess the trash problem. Assess the trash problem. Do work with EcoBali, you know, and stuff like this, and also for the hotel or the place itself. You know, now there's platforms like Booking that have a sustainability filter. It means that people, travelers, they're more and more sensitive to the sustainability aspect.
And the demand, there's a demand for that.
Yeah, exactly. So buying recycled plastic furniture is a way to do a sustainable act.
The less stress on the landfill or the sea, because we making new purpose of it. It's also one of the.
For example, we have that hotel that ordered the 50 sunbeds, and it's 2 tons of plastic recycled. So these products with the papan, they're very dense and very sturdy and absolutely weatherproof, even extreme weather, and they're heavy. So it's a quick way to have a high impact on plastic recycle.
True, yeah.
And save money.
Yeah. Bali is also what we call it darurat with trash, because there's just a lot. You can see, like, we do a lot of beach cleanup, and then you would see, because it's not only Bali producing it, because we are just small island surrounded with the ocean. All these trash just end up
but
here.
But it's the amount of new buildings. You know, like you can drive anywhere, especially in that area, Canggu, Sese, and all of this. So many new buildings and no rainwater infrastructures. You know, I live in Sese. There is. Like in the past 6 months, I'm sure there is at least 25 new buildings just in my street. But they didn't think of making a higher electricity. So twice a day we have no electricity for a half an hour, you know? So all these things, just not thinking only about yourself and about your business and about your little thing, but try to think a little more globally and try to protect what Bali was before, because it.
Your decision now make an impact on the future. So if you don't upcycle your waste, then it will end up somewhere when you swim somewhere. Okay, and the last one, it's really like I would expect you to answer like fast. 3 things about yourself, top of mind. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hard worker, very, very motivated. Leader.
Cool. And there you go, Kevin from ECO8. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kevin. We'll see you again on the next podcast and learn more about sustainable tourism in Eco Tourism Bali. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.